people who have or are making contributions to the legacy of Black Americans. Among the many great accomplishments and contributions that Black Americans have made to the United States and the world is music. It's international, it's global. Jazz, gospel, R&B, and hip hop are the most indigenous art forms spreading the influence of African American culture throughout the world. So tonight we introduce you to a man who is dedicated
Bootsy.
to spreading black excellence through the world to the world through music. Andre Sims is an accomplished and highly skilled musician. He's graced the stage with notable artists such as Stevie Wonder, Bobby Humphrey, Herbie Hancock,
Damn.
just to name a few. And Andre here is joining us now to talk about the significance
Hey,
of
Bootsy.
black music during Black History Month
He
and
home.
how he is passing
Yep.
on our musical
Studio.
heritage
In the
and
studio.
legacy by
Doing it by
teaching
camera.
others. Andre, good to have you with us. It's been a while since we talked. You have been playing music around the world. You have a passion for spreading African American culture through music. What is the impact that Black Americans have on the world through music as you've seen it in your travels?
Yes, thanks, Kelly, for having me. I would definitely
Told
say,
you.
just to top off on the question, just traveling around the world and being an African American myself and being indulged into music my whole life, I would say it's been super impactful for us as musicians when it comes to a communication system, a way to
Turn
kind
it
of
up. Turn it up.
be
Turn it
united
up.
and a way to create
That's the
peace and
studio.
harmony to the world. You know, it's
Oh,
our
he's at
message,
home.
it's our story.
Okay.
So even as a performer, playing around the world and being able to encounter other cultures, it's definitely been a connecting point um, where the language may not necessarily be identical, but musically, it's a way that we can communicate emotionally and tell our story. So I really believe that even now, today, it's been just a movement of just being able to keep unity and connectivity together with each other.
Talk a little bit about how Black culture survived through music during slavery, Jim Crow, civil rights, and now and beyond.
Yeah, absolutely. I really see it in the sense of when we talk about music and styles, one of the things that just came to mind was thinking about the blues and how that was a way of, like I mentioned just a minute ago, a communication system where through happiness or through grieving of things that we were going through, that was our way of expression. So that was a way for us to be able to express ourselves, to tell our story. And also, and externally, it was a way to kind of give us hope and believe that things would get better. So in the lights of how music today even staying has the same kind of effect. It keeps us grounded in externally feeling that we are going to have a better outcome. There's a better light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. Um, and even for me as a player, I also see it in blues that it's one of those things that I can really express any emotion, right? It's very it's a way of emotional uh, communication to everyone, and without having to necessarily know your last name, your first name, where you live, and all that. It's just a way to kind of respond and be very authentic about it in your expression.
And,
One
and
of
speaking to the
one of
things
our
that we
great
go through,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, go ahead, please. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, I was just kind of dropping a little history in there with one of our innovators of the blues that made it popular was William Christopher Handy, who was one of the in the 18th centuries one of the guys that really pushed that forward for us. So to keep that legacy going. So just getting knowledge from that.
All right. Now, you created the Andre Sims Piano Music Academy to pass on the legacy to children, to the youth. Why is that so important for not only yourself, but other musicians to continue to pass on the legacy of music to our youth? And how does it help them understand science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math, better known as STEAM?
Yes. So yes, I definitely created an academy, which I acronym is ASP Music, and MUSIC kind of got slang with the music term, but the idea and concept was to to engage a musicians community to come together and to develop the craft and to also give us a place of, like we said earlier, to have an expression and a moment to um, just encourage each other and to just keep moving forward. But I would definitely say, and when it comes to the math, like you said about math, there is a similarity in system and how music works in theory when it comes to scales and the things
Go,
that we
Boosie.
use as tools in our music theory to bring this, this music to the world. And also, there's not just notes and chords that we call it in terms, but there's also frequency that we are orchestrating, which I believe